15th. Let's jump the gun, sorry. Call to order the Wednesday, November 15th work session of the Board of Supervisors of Lower Stafford Township. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
And to the republic, okay, one nation under all.
Thank you. All right. First item, the approval of the work session minutes from October 18th and October 31st. Are there any questions and or edits? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve both?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay.
Say aye on the 18th and staying on the 31st since I wasn't here.
No problem. We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you. Yeah. All right, very good. With that, did you get that?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Moving right along, Public Works Director, Mr. Jones.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Believe it or not, I will try to be brief.
I don't.
Just an update on some projects, streetlight upgrade. Currently, we're further along than I realized. The only thing we're waiting for are, I believe it's 12 back-ordered fixtures. So once we have that, then the installations will be complete, and then we'll make sure everything's functioning properly. Public Works and Community Center facilities. The preliminary site plan for the community center is causing a little bit of delay. Waiting for CKS to deliver that. We're hoping to see the plan by mid-November so that Boyle could do their presentation in mid-December. At this point, that doesn't look likely, so we're probably looking at the mid-January work session for Boyle to have their presentation for the board. Morris Road base repairs, we were able to get a PennDOT project and a letter of extension for of time for that project. All the repairs were completed yesterday. It was a joint project between contractor and township. We had assistance from Franconia Township with hauling materials, so it worked out well. The only thing that's left is sealing the joints for the cracks. The grants, we're working with McMahon on a couple of different grants. One is the local share account grant for ADA ramps, and the other is Green Light Go grant for a full upgrade of the traffic signals at either Main and Maple or Main and Huntsberger. So we're evaluating the two at this point. Line painting work, all the long line work was completed except for the work on Indian Creek Road. There we're going to be doing thermoplastic long lines so that we have more durability and they don't wear off as quickly. And that's something that we're going to look to get reimbursed from the quarry for that work. Still have some intersection work to be completed. That's it for line painting. On the agenda is authorization to sell some used equipment through municipal bid. But the board's blessing on that. Department activities, just crack sealing repairs at the golf course. We're arranging the shop to accommodate our brine tank. Gearing up for aerating, overseeding, and top dressing Park Avenue fields. As our season ends on the 25th, I believe it is. That's all that I have, just other than to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Can we get a motion for the sale of the fence? And I'll make a motion to authorize the sale of used equipment and miscellaneous items as detailed in Mr. Jones' memo of November 10th, 2023.
We're attempting to sell something that does not work. Is that customary?
It's, yeah, it was something that was just
Parts.
kind of handed down to us and where maybe somebody will need it for parts.
All right, sounds good. I'll second. Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Any other questions for Mr. Jones this morning? All right, moving right along. Chief Medway.
Yes, sir. Your new officer, Mike Farness, in his second week of orientation, next week will be assigned to a squad. He'll be the fourth officer on that squad until we shuffle the squads in January. And we hope to have 2 traffic officers back. The officer that's out after surgery, he is coming in next week on modified duty, and hope that he'll be good enough to go to full duty January when we shuffle the squads. So the one traffic officer who's running a squad will go back to traffic, newly identified officer will start traffic. Hopefully in January, so we'll be back to full complement. The vehicle, unmarked vehicle that we budgeted for next year has arrived. So we're just waiting for upfit. This year we ordered 2 marked cars because there was a question about their availability. One was for this year, one was for next year. So one was put into service immediately, I think back in April. And the vehicle place was sold on municipal bid. The second one was just put into service last week. We sat on it for a while. For all intents and purposes, it is the 24 marked vehicle. So that allowed us to get the unmarked part swapped out. So that the second one that's in service last week, the vehicle it replaced is on municipal bid now. I think that was timed for the December work session for approval. The last one brought in about 8,000, so it's not. So that's the update.
Very good. All right, any questions for the chief? All right,
Thank you.
building and zoning director, Mr. Buke.
Chairman, so far this month, we've issued 47 permits. We're not, we don't have any applications for the hearing board for the month of December. And at the upcoming planning commission meeting, again, it's the joint November-December planning commission meeting. We have 488 Harley-Gold Pike sketch plan came in for a residential development there. 785 Craftsman Road, 3-lot subdivision was discussed at last planning commission meeting. And we have a special study from the Lower Southford Authority regarding the efficiency of the system and reducing operation costs and so forth. So that's going to be discussed. And 196 Main Street proposed zoning ordinance amendment to the RO district. That's all I have for you.
Very good.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, moving right along. Kowski.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First item of the minutes report is the expiring terms. As you already know, there is going to be a vacancy on the zoning hearing board and the planning commission. We have reached out to the alternates for the zoning hearing board to see if there's interest. We'll reach out again. We haven't heard anything back as of today. We've also put out ads on our website and the constant contact for the opening that's coming up on the planning commission. We did hear from Dick Prescott. He is not interested in being reappointed to either the vacancy board or the authority, so we'll need to find candidates for both.
We add to the constant contact sewer authority candidates also.
Yeah.
We had a number of candidates for the planning commission, I believe, the last vacancy. Could we send them a note just saying the vacancy reopened and just see if they are still interested?
Yep.
Just so we can. That was a nice list of people. Rather, good people.
The next item is,
And I guess the other question would be just when you're recruiting, whether the alternate wants the zoning hearing board position or not, we're gonna need someone else to the zoning hearing board, whether in the position of alternate or full member. So if we just add that, just that would get them all out there at one time, right? Okay.
Joe, have we heard confirmation from the alternate yet? Or not?
no, that's today. We'll reach out again.
Thank you.
The next item is a motion to approve fire police. This is for the Saturday annual holiday parade on December 2nd. This parade takes place before your next regular meeting. That's why it's on this morning's meeting before your approval.
I'd make a motion to authorize said approval.
Second.
Moved in second, and all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, say nay. Let's have it.
And next item is the 2024 reorganization. That is on the 2nd of January, Tuesday. Sometimes we change the time, sometimes we don't change the time. Just want to get a feedback if there's any reason we should be doing it at a different time, if does anyone want to do it earlier.
I'm good.
I have no.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll keep it at 7:30.
Yep.
Very good. Thank you. And with that, I will hand the gavel back over to Mr. Jones. We do have a
Like a
brief
boomerang.
executive-
The hot potato.
I'm used to it at this point. All right, so the final agenda item on today's list of things is obviously the recognition of Jim Pfister's 50 years of service to the township. That's nearly as long as I have been alive, so that should say something. We have a proclamation that I'd like to read, and I guess also we're gonna rename Alumni Avenue James Pfister Way. I don't know. I don't know.
It might not be a bad idea.
Acclamation.
But yeah, something. So something formal should be done. And then I think there's a couple other gifts. Maybe Doug can talk about those. But in terms of the proclamation, so whereas we are here today to express special recognition to James R. Pfister and to honor him for his distinguished 50 years with Lower Salford Township. And whereas Jim began his career on September 1st, 1973 as a road worker and subsequently road foreman for the Lower Salford Township Public Works Department. And whereas Jim has proven himself to be a valuable asset to Lower Salford Township. And whereas Lower Salford Township wishes to express its sincere appreciation to Jim for his dedication to the outstanding performance of his duties during his tenure, and to recognize Jim for his extraordinary achievement of 50 years of service by naming Alumni Avenue to James Pfister Way in his honor. And with that, thank you for your 50 years of service, Mr. Pfister.
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion to approve the proclamation as read, naming James Pfister Way, or Alumni Drive as James Pfister Way. Second that.
Second and twice. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Very good.
Very good.
Not sufficient.
Now, it's officially official.
Come on, Jim.
Come on. Come on. Let's get signature good time.
Yo, you can just walk in. No, I hate that point.
Roger.
Go on. New guy. Hold this right up in front of us here. There, slide over. Yeah, there you go.
Nicely done. Yep.
When you're done here, you go hang that.
Yeah. No.
We'll put that down for you. I think they have other things
I
for you.
think also we have,
Jim.
yeah, we also have a mantle clock, I'll call it, recognizing again your, obviously, your long tenure here with the town. We'll drop it. Thank you. I don't know what's in the gift bag.
Yeah, the last thing is just a little gift from the township to Jim.
Oh, yeah, I do remember now. I'll trade you. You trade you? You're welcome.
There you go. Nice, sorry, nice, nice.
All right, so with that, we have a reception downstairs. If everyone could join us, that'd be great. And again, thank you for your service, my friend.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Very much.
I know the feeling.
We don't do that.
The back door here to the room goes downstairs to the community room downstairs where the reception is, so you can either use the elevator, which is gonna take a little time, or you can use the back stairs. And the board has to go into a quick executive session, but other than that.
And then we'll do it
here, so we're going down there.
All right.
Very good.
Thank you.
Make sure,
You sure I can't take this with me, Joe? I'll take-
Jim, we make sure that that clock goes off every 5 minutes to remind you of your
That's
service.
yours.
That's your clock.
Oh, I can take this
You can
home.
take that home.
I can
Put it in the
hang
man
up
cave.
garage and stuff like that with all my other stuff. Thank you.
Need the sign that.
I'm sorry.
It's a beauty.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good job. Good.
Take over here, was my place, I think, on through the south.
Don't end it yet, but. The board will be going into an executive session and does not intend to return. It's for a matter of real estate.